If she needs any payment for her services, just pay her in cat treats and she's more than happy. Yeah, Dreamies is her favourite.
Drones. Are they the future of home condition surveys, or just an expensive, overregulated gimmick? In this video, we'll break down what's legal, what's practical, and why hiring a professional is probably the best option. Plus, we're talking to a checked and reviewed Checkatrade tradesperson to get real answers on drone surveying. Drones. To some, they're the future, offering a new way to see the world, deliver packages, and even fight fires. To others, they're just expensive toys, or worse, flying privacy nightmares. But love them or hate them, drones are here to stay. Right now, they're being used for everything, from filming Hollywood blockbusters to search and rescue missions. And if you've ever watched a drone light show at the Olympics, you know they can put on a better display than fireworks. One thing's for sure, drones are getting smarter, more advanced, and more accessible. And when it comes to inspecting the external roof and facades of houses, they could be a total game changer. But how do they actually work? And is hiring a drone operator really worth it? That's what we're finding out today. If you own a house, you already know. Problems don't just announce themselves. Roof leaks start small. Structural issues can creep in over time. And by the time you do notice something's wrong, the damage is already done. Traditionally, if you wanted to check your roof, you had only a few choices. Climb a ladder yourself, ask a roofer to check, or pay a surveyor to do it for you. The problems? That either means putting yourself at risk or forking out hundreds, sometimes thousands, for scaffolding, inspections, and reports. But now there's a better way, as drones can scan every inch of the exterior of your home in minutes. They can capture ultra-clear 4K video and high-resolution images from angles that are impossible to reach any other way. And because drones can hover just a few feet away, they can pick up an impressive level of detail. But it's not just about getting a pretty aerial shot. Experienced drone operators can do more than just look at your roof. They actually analyse the images to identify probable causes of issues. An experienced drone operator can check for missing or damaged roof tiles, cracked flashing, or even early signs of leaks before they turn into expensive problems. They can also inspect chimneys, skylights, and roof vents without anyone ever having to set foot on your property. And it's not just visible damage. Some drones are equipped with thermal imaging cameras, which can pick up heat loss, insulation gaps, and even moisture leaks inside your walls or roof. This means you're not just seeing where the problem is, you're seeing why it's happening. If you're buying a house, a drone survey can reveal hidden issues the seller might not even know about. And if you're selling a house, quality drone footage can make your property listing stand out, showing off the roof and garden in a way standard photos never could. Got a tall building, a house with a steep roof, a detached property surrounded by trees? No problem. A drone can survey any type of home in a fraction of the time it would take a human. And here's the best part. It's safer, faster, and often cheaper than traditional methods. Just instant, high-quality results that let you make informed decisions about your home. Sounds great, right? But before you hire a drone operator, there are a few things you need to check. First, privacy. Drones can capture a lot, and that's raised some concerns. In the UK, you can't just fly over someone's house and start recording their garden. A responsible drone operator will know the rules and make sure they're following them. Next, licensing. If your operator is using a drone over 250 grams, or if they're charging for their services, they must have permission from the Civil Aviation Authority in the form of an operator's qualification and license. No license, they're flying illegally. Always check their credentials before hiring. Then, there's airspace restrictions. Some areas, especially near airports or military sites, are completely off limits. A professional will always check this before launching. And finally, insurance. If something goes wrong and the drone damages property, you don't want to be left covering the cost. A reputable operator will always have insurance in place for public liability and public indemnification. The CAA requires specific insurance that complies with EC 785/2004. If they don't, walk away. So, here's the big question. Is hiring a drone operator actually worth it? And how do you avoid getting ripped off? To get real answers, we spoke to a Checkatrade drone surveyor to find out. This is Mark, a qualified drone operator and a checked and reviewed Checkatrade member. He's been in the business for 10 years and is a Checkatrade award winner, so he's the perfect person to ask the big questions to. When should a homeowner consider hiring a drone survey instead of a traditional property inspection?
A homeowner should definitely contact a drone operator like myself when a building is higher than this. So if it's 2 or 3 stories high or more, then there's a risk of a roofer going up there with ladders they just wouldn't be able to reach. A home inspector wouldn't be able to get there either. So it just makes it much safer, more efficient, and we can capture far more detail.
What's the biggest mistake people make when hiring a drone operator?
So one of the mistakes that people make when hiring a drone operator is that they don't really think about things like, is my roof going to be fully captured? Is that person insured to be above my building? And also, are they going to be able to send the information to me in a way that's going to make it really helpful for me to make a decision on whether, I need any repairs making at all, or what kind of repairs I need and how much they might cost. So one thing to really think about.
How do you know if an operator is actually licensed and insured?
So to make sure a drone operator is fully licensed and insured, you can very simply ask them for their insurance document, and you can ask them for their operator ID, which is something that every drone pilot has to have, whether recreationally flying or commercially. And the other thing is to ask for their actual certification. So for commercial operators, that would be an A2CFC certificate or a GVC certificate. Both of those are awarded by the Civil Aviation Authority.
What are the legal risks of using a drone without the right permissions?
Yeah, there's definitely legal risks of using a drone without the right permissions. And if we can quickly show you, over here is an example, which is Heathrow, and you can see here a big ring around it. And over here, I'll move this across a bit for you. This area here is a restricted area in central London. So it's over Westminster, Hyde Park and the Palace. So that can take up to 2 weeks to get permissions.
And finally, what do we need to know about privacy laws?
So a lot of people have concerns about privacy with drones, and that's understandable. But as with the other photography, if you would take a photograph of a house from the side, then there's nothing wrong with that. Google do that the whole time. But people do have the right to be forgotten. So if we accidentally capture someone in a shop that's not involved in what we're doing, we will simply, on their request, just merge over or delete that photograph. So whilst privacy is a concern, if you hire a good, assured operator, they'll be thinking about that sort of thing the whole time as well.
So there you have it. Drones aren't just futuristic toys. They're a powerful, practical tool for surveying your home. But as we've learned, choosing the right drone operator is just as important as the technology itself. If you found this video helpful, give it a like, subscribe for more, and drop a comment below if you have any questions. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.